Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the next matchup here. Game number 2, Exposed Secrets versus SK Gaming. And, well, we are just a moment away from picking and banning here as we get started. First bans going the way of Freya for Exposed Secrets out of the pool.
Right, and then immediately answer back, Mercury will be taken off the table by SK Gaming. Now, as we go into Game 3 here, Game 2, Exposed Secrets leads 1-0. They lost no games today so far, whereas SK has dropped 2 so far. Exposed Secrets looking incredibly strong. I'm
looking incredibly good, so everything's working out well today, boys. And girls!
Me and Bart sometimes forget to go over words. You forgot what the word good meant again. We'll go through it later. Like good ban, Mercury. Not good ban, not Geb. As Geb gets locked in on the right
for that
side.
one.
Yeah.
Freya, Nemesis gone, Nua and Mercury off the table as well. Jean-Quay locked in for Exposed Secrets. And Rom Geb, the probably the most potent 2 picks you can pick up at the moment, going the way of SK Gaming. And I think if you would have asked them what 2 picks would they like to get, it would have been these 2.
Yeah, definitely. Jean-Quay being picked up with Nemesis off the table is actually super strong. Ymir getting hovered on, as well as on her. It looks like Fumball just wants this character front to back today. On her, probably going to be switching to Fumball.
High priority.
And then Frostiak probably going to bring Ymir into the jungle again, something that he has done amazingly well with.
Yeah, Ymir, a lot of synergy with on her in the lane or out of the jungle. The walls, of course, on her's Impale. Stuns people hit walls, including walls summoned by, well, the Earth of Ymir, as he is the entire world. Ra going to get locked in for SK Gaming here, so their first 3 picks, likely the first 3 that they would have looked for, none given just an all-pick situation here.
I think that we're probably going to see Ra go mid,
really?
And we'll probably see Captain Twig, or rather Maniac, look for something different. I think we're going to see Warrior play, honestly.
Really? I mean, Maniac is like, basically, his god pool is Ra, Aphrodite, Chang'e.
Right, and I think that he's going to veer away from it. I think if it's time to play the trump card, it's going to be now, because it's not working out.
They just played their trump card. It was Poseidon Jungle, and it didn't trump anything.
Maybe they didn't pick that on purpose. Maybe that was
a misclick?
Maybe that was a misclick.
Misclick Poseidon?
We're going to assume that Poseidon was a misclick. Bans coming out. Bakasura taken away from Zalia, which means Vamana's open again.
Yeah, and Thor taken off the board by Exposed Secrets here. Which also seems strange. Like, why would you not just take out the Thanatos? Much more likely the Zeros would play that as that kind of initiating jungler. Why do you like Thanatos?
I hate him.
Tell me a little bit about your Thanatos.
He's a bad character.
Bad character?
He's bad.
Bad?
It's just, I'm going to try to win in 20 minutes, and if I don't, my team loses, because I now have no damage, and my control is weak.
Hey, SK's won lands with Thanatos before.
Because they won in like 20 minutes.
20 minutes is enough time.
Why did I just see Isis on the screen again?
Isis has been locked in, it looks like, for SK Gaming on the side.
This is not a good look.
Yeah, so that means that it will be the Ra in the solo lane. One would hope you wouldn't put Isis into a solo lane. It's pretty free. On the left side, Exposed Secrets is going to round out their lineup here, and it's going to be, well, Athena, followed up by, you guessed it, Vamana.
And right side, there should be an Isis in that 4th slot there. In the last slot, as we do get into the trading phase, Thanatos has been locked in. That will be going to Zeros. Maniac does take Ra. We're going to see Captain Twig going to the mid lane with Isis, and then, of course, Geb and Rama. Now,
there's a lot of bailout of Thanatos here. Ra heals, Isis ultimates, Geb shields, and then there's a Rom running around as well. It's kind of like a 3 protect 1, make room for the Rom, and hopefully you get enough farm onto the Rom that he can take this team into the late game. As well, Isis and Ra, not known for their late game presence, neither is Thanatos.
Normally,
Isis kind. I mean, Isis can, depending on the game she has.
Normally, one team kind of favors the level 1 fight, where one team can say, we control the jungle, there's no way they can walk around it. In this case, while Thanatos is super, super strong, we're going to have a heavy hammer on Vamana. On her does more damage than Rama. And then Jean-Quay and Ymir.
The card's the most important thing out of all of those things you said. And at that level 1 stage, using the card,
hit 3 people.
The Jean-Quay card well, it does a few things, right? It can hit multiple people. It's a long duration slow.
Right, 5 seconds.
Maybe most importantly, it can go through walls.
Yeah.
It ignores collision.
So, like, if you're near the Gold Fury and you kind of hit that wall, you throw it right across, cut the path off. I think the level 1 could belong to Exposed Secrets so long as they can get those big hits off. Sustainable fight might belong to SK there. They have Thanatos for healing to ensure that they can make sure he can stay in the fights for longer. They have Ra heals.
Is like is
Oh,
all of
yeah.
a sudden they come online.
Yeah.
At level 1, Advantage Exec, but at level 2, SK Gaming with the Stone Shield plus the rollout or knock up online, Spirit Ball plus Wing Gust for Isis, Thanatos has the silence on top of his burst, Ra gets the beam plus the, right? I mean, like, all of these things kind of come together into this lineup really comes online at level 2.
Whereas Zaylia just kind of like, I have a thing that does some damage now.
Yeah, it's like, I got my other damage thing as opposed to my damage thing.
On hers, like, I have another ability that I'm probably not going to use.
Taking a look at your lineups, ladies and gentlemen, left side of your screen is the boys from Exposed Secret. Shadow Nightmare going to be at the top of your screen on Zhang Kuei, followed by Fun Baller, Frostiac, Half Devil, and Zaylia. On the right side, it's Reels, Badger Maniac, Captain Twig, and Zyros, as he told me it was pronounced.
Zyros?
Zyros.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, it's Zeros. Well, we asked him at the last land of the EU land. We were like, so is it like Zeros or what? He was like, I think it's Zyros. It was just like, I'm not sure if you're trolling because
If
look
it
at
ever
his face. I mean, the guy's like, he looks like a movie villain. So like, I wasn't sure if he's trolling me or
he
like,
looks like the guy that protects the movie villain.
he looks like an angry James Woods.
I watch enough Family Guy to get that reference.
Wow, Family Guy? That's what you get from James Woods?
It's a joke, Bart.
I have James Woods.
I'm still digging this suit that my man's in right now on top of the screen.
Shadow
there.
Nightmare?
Yeah.
You know, that's been Shadow Nightmare's like Skype picture as well for like the last year.
That's my man.
I'm pretty sure that's the only clothes he owns. He's just a full-on formal kind of guy.
All right.
He keeps it formal.
I respect that. So we're going to talk a little bit about the brackets here. Now, of course, you're going to make sure that we're already in the finals. You already know this. SK moves forward from the first round, beating Mortality 2-1. Exposed Secrets knocking out the host Team Solo mid 2-0. And now currently we have Exposed Secrets 1-0 over SK Gaming in a best of 5, which is, of course, first to 3 is going to win the set.
So, yeah, as the first kill's coming out, or the first win, coming out for Exposed Secrets here in the best 5. I love this shot, too, of the Mayan map. Well done, production. That's a nice placement for that
map
bad
that
boy.
we don't use at all.
That's all. Shout-outs to the new guy who picked those up.
He's incredible.
Who? The new
Eric,
guy?
yeah.
Yeah, don't say his real name.
Oh. What?
No one's allowed to know his real name. He's
Okay,
a
so
secret.
it's not Eric.
No, it's Batman.
It's... Oh, no. And what did you do? You just said not to do that.
young production Padawan coming through and making
Can we
it
just
all
call him
happen.
Young Production?
Young Production?
That's actually a godlike.
YUNG Production?
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm
we're
with
going
my
to be
dude,
getting
Young
into the game in
Production.
just a few seconds here. Remember, guys, again, Exposed Secrets does lead, and they have a pretty big opportunity, but they are Chaos side, though to that same regard, they are the only team to have won on Chaos side today. Or, I'm sorry, on Pristine side. So they have an opportunity to maybe extend that and push their lead up to 2-0.
Yeah, well, it kind of hinges, I feel like, as it always does when a Thanatos is in the game on the Thanatos. You know, either he's going to win this game for SK,
Live
or
and die by the scythe.
he's going to lose this game for SK very, very easily. Thanatos is so dependent on that first kill, and it really needs to happen in maybe the first 3 to 4 minutes.
He
of
is
the game.
opted into Death's Toll.
Okay, so it's not going to be the heavy hammer start.
That is curious. And he has picked up Hand of the Gods.
2.
Yeah, this is
Invade.
maybe not something that we're super used to. Captain Twig also going into Potion of Magical Might. You know, we thought we were done with their ace in the holes, but they definitely have some more cards up the sleeve.
It's not super out of the norm.
Watch
for
this.
Nisus.
Badger not in a great spot. Half Devil not going the right way. Yes, he is going to turn around.
There's the card, as we mentioned, but roll out.
Badger.
Yeah.
That one's on Badger. That should have been First Blood. He did not cover the option. Had he went around and had that taunt ready to go.
Half devil.
Or I'm sorry, yes, that one is on Half Devil. Badger escaping just barely and taking very little damage for it as well. Overall, though, that was a pretty big win right there for the guys on SK. I mean, that should have been First Blood.
Yeah, Badger doesn't even have to use a health pod or anything. Just kind of rolls away from that one. A-okay. And yeah, kind of going back to this purple pod, Isis, it's not the most unusual thing you'll see. It's not standard by any means, but it's something that, well, maybe the end of last season, Sayo was running a lot, and
But that was
often is
before the
case.
nerf. I mean, 50 extra gold indicates that you can't get an extra potion or an active in certain situations. In this case, he needs to be just aggressive. He needs to use this potion effectively, but look how much damage he just took from tanking those minions.
Well, yeah, he also just made that really easy on Shadow Nightmare, right? He ate 2 full volleys of archer damage. Left side lane, things are getting pretty chippy here as Exposed Secrets are taking the very aggressive positioning. Real's doing the best he can to hold them out. Checking in on the right side lane where it is currently and briefly a duo lane. as Zeros and Maniac look to put the pressure onto Frostiak and Zalia. And, well, the first Scythe does hit for Zeros, so things looking good.
Yeah, he's getting at least some kind of damage off, but honestly...
Let's check in at the red buff left side here, where Half Devil has made the rotation. And
he's going to abandon.
Doesn't look like, he's going to put the pressure on just yet.
I thought he was going to go mid, and they could have had a kill there onto Twig.
Yeah, I'm like flabbergasted. Oh, hold that thought. Right side lane. Double kill
no.
for Zalia. And, well, they forgot about the heavy hammer. It looks like
begins.
Yeah, that's... as we know, Zalia struggles often on Vamana. and maybe just with this double kill, you can find a way into the game. Now,
dude, even if he didn't get gold for those kills, and that was first blood gold, the experience would have been enough there.
Even
to,
if he got
him to
nothing for them and just had 2 waves of free experience,
exactly.
it would have been enough to maybe set him off. But level 5 already here, sitting on 1,100 gold. That's a Boots 2 up and running, or a Boots 1 into Sprint 2, depending on what he elects to go for here. More kill potential on the Sprint.
Oh my god, he went Sprint 3.
He went Sprint 3, okay. So he's going all in kill, basically.
Yeah, he's looking to just burst down. Not that he needs it. I mean, just getting a double kill right there. And again, we talk about Thanatos. Now he's slower. I mean, he's not going to have that speed buff active for the next 30 seconds like he would have.
Mid lane in some trouble. Yes, indeed. Down goes Captain Twig to the CC chain from Shadow Nightmare and Frostiak, and Exposed Secrets looks to be the much stronger team here. But lest we forget, SK Gaming won the last LAN event in Europe in a similar fashion, going down 2 games and then bringing it back all 3 to win. If they lose this game, indeed, they're certainly not out of it yet, although it is pretty ugly for them. And, well, this is not the kind of start you're looking for on a Thanatos. Even though he hasn't died, and even though he's found some decent damage. I'm sorry, no, he did die. Never mind. Nope, it's all bad. There's no good here.
Everything's pretty bad right now for Thanatos. He has just a death toll. He has no kind of survivability. Still level 4. Whereas you look across the way at Frostiak, also level 4, but he has 3 assists. He's sitting at 2,700 gold, 300 ahead of Zeros, which means he's going to have better timing and getting that movement speed.
Solo lane, Brandon. Like, Sprint 3 was just used there, and the ultimate from Zalia.
Right.
Maniac comes out with, like, no MP left and sitting about half HP, and Zalia's, like, at 60% of each and just, like, happily farming away. It's just the pressure that he's put on a Maniac, and I'm sure that Maniac is like, again.
Yeah, I mean...
like, I just did this.
It's frustrating, too, because, I mean, Heavy Hammer has to be one of the most frustrating items ever put into Smite, just because, like, if you don't have any kind of movement, you will just get hit.
Lane. They're going to try to jump in here onto SK. The wall comes out.
This could be good for them.
Zero's ultimate coming out. This could be a turnaround for SK. As you mentioned, Real's going to be able to get Frostiak fairly low. In comes Zero's ultimate coming up from the Nemesis. I'm sorry, Isis as well is enough to find that kill. The ultimate from Zhonghui doing some damage, and Zeros actually might fall here. Is the tick's going to be enough? No, it's going to need more than that. Half Devil now the one in some trouble. Twig going to get pinned in. Desert Fury being channeled into his face. The damage from Funballer is there, and it is just so real. Yeah, hit every single one, as you mentioned. And he does have that Morningstar of speed. Did go back early, so giving him that extra physical protection edge to pick up that kill.
Oh, that is, yeah, like you said, Morningstar of speed. That is not charge Morningstar, meaning he's going to veer away from the Transcendence and go into Heartseeker this game.
Yes, that extra movement speed as well, indicating that to us, ladies and
I wonder if that was a misclick.
I'm going to say no in this game.
Okay.
The reason I'm going to say no is because the extra damage is not necessarily going to be as important up against a much more squishy lineup, right? Maniac not going to be as resilient as a frontliner for a little bit longer than the Chang'e. Badger really the only tank frontline. Captain Twig, Zeros, and Reals can all get it. So might as well go Heartseeker here.
Captain Twig kind of shutting Zeros down a little bit by taking the 2 last hits on the mid camps, getting experience, but now Zeros doesn't get to use that passive as effectively, but he would have been very close to full health at this point, but instead he'll be about 75% or so.
Yeah, it's really right now not looking like SK is going to be able to contest much for the first maybe 6 to 7 minutes.
Oh my god, Zalia is going to go in. I don't think he has the speed for it. He didn't rotate fast enough. Had he used Clear the Path there was very likely he would have picked that up, but I don't think he's going to let Maniac back to the lane safely, at least. Ooh, a lot of damage. Double Umbrella Ring, plus the Armored Umbrella. He's popped the sprint. He's going for it. Maniac slowed. Maniac is going to die.
Misses one, forces him out. There it is. Final hit, and Frostiak was there to secure it as needed, so... Well, boys, it's looking like a solo lane massacre yet again for Exec as Zalia is off to another great start at 3-0. Zero's doing what he can, but as you can see, oh, wow. He's actually taking quite a bit of damage here now as the minions throw in some damage on top of that. 19 a pop from those archers.
Zero's getting way too aggressive here.
Yeah, one heavy hammer hits death for him, and there it is. 1, 2, 3. It's enough.
I thought, did he miss that carpet?
Needed. Yeah, he missed the ice carpet, but it just didn't matter. Athena is in a compromised position here as Half Devil, warding the backside XP camps.
Speaking of Half Devil, does he not know about the ultimate? I mean, right there, going on Ra or Thanatos should have resulted in a save using that taunt effectively. They're just trying to defend here. Badger using the Stone Shield to try to get away. Fumball, super amounts of damage. I mean, that is
Hitting so hard.
incredible.
Yeah, I mean, Heartseeker not even really stacked yet at this point. Probably has about 10 or 15 stacks to his name, sitting on 44 physical power.
So
for
4
his items. Yeah, so 4 stacks.
Yeah, and still, look, I mean, but you got to consider the penetration. He gains 15 pen from his passive, on top of the fact that he can do a lot of damage very quickly with things like impale stuns and, you know, getting body blocks coming out from an Athena. So looks like Exposed Secret's going to be able to take the left camp here as Zeros rotates in a little bit late. He's frozen, he's beads, and he's going up.
Yeah, he's going to make it up into the sky. But that's now, what, his 3rd or his 4th ultimate that's been used defensively, and he hasn't gotten involved on only 1 kill and none to his name yet. And, well, this kind of Thanatos always feels very all-in, and in this case, they're all-in to a bad spot.
You know, if I were Maniac, I think I would abandon the leveling of Celestial Beam, and I would go right for the heal. Sprint is going to get popped. Maniac super fast right now with Speed of Light. Going to use Divine Light. I don't know if he has the pressure. Zaylia, I think, was sitting on cooldowns right there. He's going to look for... Nope, just going to rotate as Frostyak finds a kill in the mid. You can see a rotation coming out from Captain Twig.
Just General Zeros was sitting there waiting for the mid camp to respawn, and he's kind of walked in and frozen.
Yeah, and that's all you really need. I mean, Ymir falls off late game.
Even with the I mean, he has the blink. I mean, that definitely factors into it. But
oh, look at Zaylia again, just walking up, hitting him with the armored umbrella. But you know, we're talking about Ymir. He falls off late game pretty significantly in terms of damage, but he always has amount of control. Whereas Thanatos falls off late game, but doesn't really offer the same control. He has a silence, sure, he has a decent stun, but he has to use his ultimate, which is his only escape to do it. And then Death Scythe hits maximum damage. You're looking at level 9. As you get to the end game, it doesn't hit nearly as much in terms of percent.
Yeah, you're not getting that big burst out of it, nor are you getting the same amount of heal out of it.
Right.
As the armor naturally escalates for the players. Zalia's Vamana here, likely going to be picking up the tower as his next wave comes through.
Oh, Badger left side with a double Cataclysm. Real's trying to make something happen. Zero's in tandem as well. Fumball jumping up. Not sure if he's going to get it. Zero's actually puts himself on the board with a good Death Scythe. 1-3-1 now, as Athena actually rotates completely to the wrong person.
That was bizarre.
I have to think that she meant to go into Fumball, and she clicked mid lane instead. And
because Fumball's positioning there, he was channeling Desert
Fury. Oh, Twig in a lot of trouble. Circle of Protection's going to come down, but no.
Yeah. You don't need the fully channeled ultimate. Once again, taking to the large child form here, Zaylia. This time, actually take a little more damage than probably he would have liked to, but Maniac rotates back in and gets smacked in the mouth for it. And Zaylia going to go ahead and clear the path back towards the mid lane and try to save himself. That snipe coming out just a bit off target there.
You know, I really like Zalia's positioning there. If you watch the character, he can hear the Rot charging up, and he knows that he's going to either try to hit him or cut the path off. So he just jukes straight up, hopes that no one's going to rotate, misses it completely, and then just swings right back to the base to get some more damage, as we are seeing a very early Ancient Blade.
That is fairly early, isn't it? So it's...
I don't think this is going to be Witch. I mean, it's too early for Witchblade to really matter.
This one...
I think Wingblade. I mean, the slow is hurting him.
Well...
It deterred the last 2 kills.
Yeah, it's going to help him lane against Maniac, but they don't have a lot of slows besides that, besides the rollout there.
That's a fair point.
Really going to be the only other slow. I
Death
mean,
Scythe?
Fatalis
Silence.
does the same thing.
Astral Strike.
Right? Astral Strike, yeah. The Silence is not so much really slow he needs to worry about.
So you think we're going to go Fatalis?
I mean, I don't think so. I'm just kind of... I do think it will still be the Witchblade, most likely. The item's just so popular right now. But I think the Fatalis
beads
does a lot of the same things as the Adventurer's Blade would. Right? It's more damage focused, but it does allow him to shed slows fairly well.
Poor Maniac is feeling the hurt. Now, left side, Gold Fury not low enough just yet. Shadow Nightmare and Half Devil rotate in. Card applied to the right target. It looks like they're going to go directly onto Badger here. It's getting low. Who's going to get it? SK manages to take the Gold Fury and a nice kill as well. 1-for-1 trade so far. Zero's getting pretty low here. Can Half Devil find the taunt? Does he have it? Does he need it? Slow active?
Zeros, but it's not going to be enough to save his life, it looks like here. Frostyak does pick up Captain Twig, it looks like, on that rotation to the backside. So the Gold Fury is picked up, and they give away a couple of kills there, does SK.
Maybe a couple more as Reels is actually forced to dive under the tower. Fumball getting a lot of damage off.
Yeah, and I'm not going to dive into Maniac just yet. Frostyak still sitting in position to make it so, if indeed they want to. Maniac's looking him dead in the eyes. And Well, oh, there's the snipe coming out, and oh, here's the dive. Half double damage coming out. Zalia's there.
Oh,
Auto attacks coming
jeez.
through, and well, boom goes the Dynamite Maniac to fall in the mid lane. Tier 1 also looking to go down here shortly as Zalia beats away on it in that big baby form. She'll be able to cut this wave pretty effectively and put the damage in as the rest of SK tries to rally and save the tower. Zalia once again on Vamana making his presence felt.
You know, they lost the Gold Fury there, but they still wound up gaining a lot overall in that fight. You saw it go up and then immediately shrink back down, 1,500 gold. Really, it doesn't look like they lost or gained all that much in that fight. In fact, if anything, because of the experience difference, they wound up winning overall.
Yeah.
As you see them 6K ahead now.
I would say so. I would say that you would trade. So their margin, they were up by about 25 to 2,800 gold. They're now up by about 2,600 after the Gold Fury loss and then subsequent kills. But their experience went from sitting at about, we'll call it about 3,000 ahead to now about 5,200. And at this stage in the game, you'll always take the experience over the gold.
So ISIS has opted into Tiny Trinket. Now this could be Bancrofts or this could be Polynomicon or Divine Ruin. I don't really expect the Pyth to come out. In fact, I don't really expect the Poly to come out either. I would assume that this is going to be Bancrofts, but I mean maybe he's scared of the healing from Shadow Nightmare. Baby.
Yeah, but yeah, it could be. I mean, it's also a decent way to help shut down the Zalia later in the game.
Oh, I thought we were going to see Recall Demons there. He's going to take a Death Sight for his trouble.
You have Frostyak rotating in, and he may have a blink available. No, looks like it is down. He would have definitely gone in.
No, yeah, he's going to get stopped regardless from the Shockwave. Surprisingly, they're backing off, though. I really thought they were just going to try to take that tower down, force out some kind of ultimate from Zeros. Nice dodge. They're leaving Zalia alone to free farm again, though, which is not a good look.
Well, what choice do they have? They have to come and support the mid lane here. Frostyak also with the Voidstone done is pretty important to note. And it was indeed the Witchblade onto Zalia, but this Voidstone here, I mean, what is Isis going to do? If Amir is there, she's not doing very much damage at all to Shadow Nightmare, especially if his bag is full.
You know, there's one thing I didn't consider is that Witchblade does give 15% movement speed, and, you know, being able to use that with sprint and boots, there's no way Ra's getting away from him.
Yeah, it's the MS in addition to the attack speed slow for potential ganks coming through.
Shadow Nightmare in a lot of trouble. Oh, almost gets the damage off, but not quite. Captain Twig super low as Zeros finds a rather strange double kill. Zalia from the back line misses the Umbrella Ring. Armored Umbrella not going to work either, but there comes the big baby. Slam it down, but he takes a lot of damage in the process. Forced to run away. He's going to heal up some. Frostyak and Funball ready to go.
Yeah, Frostyak waiting to re-engage there. And well, Shadow Nightmare started his ultimate, realized that he was coming into that fight, kind of went all in there. Half Devil followed him, trying to make something out of it, and well, the rotation from Zalia honestly just wasn't in time for kind of how that fight progressed, and they end up losing 2, only picking up Twig in the process. But once again, Twig struggling a lot in this last set of games. Now 0-5 as this one opens up.
Reels is killing me right now. I mean, I really thought he was going to take the blue or take the speed. He winds up going for neither, rotating all the way back towards the mid lane to gain what seems like nothing, and he's actively just missing out on farm opportunities.
And he's just running, straight up running from Funball.
Yeah, I mean, well, he has to. The last 2 times they fought was a nightmare for him, despite the fact that, I mean, Funball is the same level.
Right side mid camp going to be coming back up here in just one moment, and it looks like it is going to be going to Frostyak and Zalia here as it spawns, and they take care of it shortly. And Zalia going to fall back and pick up some more items. And Frostyak, well, his core is basically done here for the Amir. Blink 1, Beads 1, cooldown boots, and some hybrid damage items. He's pretty much on his way. Adventure's Blade likely to follow. And then it's trouble time. And Shadow Nightmare is going to be going for what looks to be a Spear of the Magus.
Ooh, Badger taking some damage here, forced a Stone Shield to get out. It doesn't take too much, but enough to maybe make the next fight a little bit easier. Looking at Funball right now, still hasn't gone back to do any type of crit item. I assume next up is going to either be, it's probably going to be Lifesteal. I assume this could be Dev's Gloves, this could be Aussie, but he needs to get some kind of Lifesteal online.
Well, it's probably going to be an Aussie in this game, I would think.
Because it's late already.
Yeah, it's late already. Although
Draining Blade, yeah, there we go.
Could be a Soul Eater.
Stop. Zero's getting a kill in the mid lane. Ooh, that's trouble. He's going to go down. Badger super low with no mana, and a baby chasing him down. That's going to be a full 10 seconds active on that Colossal Fury. No problem whatsoever there. Half Devil in a rather precarious spot. Can't really use the effect to run back in there. Exposed Secrets not having too much trouble. They do drop 2 there, but they gain 2 triple taunt. This could be big, but can Half Devil get out?
Ooh.
No.
Ooh. Yeah, but
doesn't need it.
That Desert Fury did so much. Funballer not wanting to rush a stroke. Twig juking it back and forth.
My God.
Twig gonna do it.
Oh my God! Never chase the jouster.
Looks like he twigged it. He did it.
I don't know why they wouldn't plan that together. Why wouldn't Funball just wait for Zalia, and then chase him around the tower, hit him with Armor Umbrella? It's fun.
It's Funball. He was like, no one can stop me. My name is Kieran,
All right.
which is the source of his power.
Oh, is that it?
Yes, his name.
You've read the manga?
Yes, I did.
Could you imagine? I'd read it.
Funball manga.
I'd read it.
Today I set up my computer and played Smite for 9 hours.
Today I traveled to America to sit at a computer and play Smite for 9 hours.
Today I traveled to Sweden to play Smite.
For 10 hours.
10 hours. Special day. Twig, in a lot of trouble here in the mid lane, though. That Amir
Bang.
ultimate is, yeah. That's what happens. Another Witchblade going to be coming out here, it looks like, as the Curse Blade is up and running onto
two.
your boy Frostiak.
They really want movement. I think I would have preferred Frostiak go into the Adventurer's Blade here. The extra cooldown reduction would have been so much stronger, on top of the fact that he could use the extra slow immunity and the fact that it's going to give him 350 health. But, you know, he is the best Ymir player in the world. I mean, I don't think that's up for contention right now.
Yeah, no one's playing Amir at the level that Frostiak is right now, really in any role.
He knows what he's doing.
Frezzy would be the other one you would look at, right?
Sure.
Frezzy really brings Amir. It's funny,
Are they
right?
going to get this for free?
Yeah, it's free. There's nothing they can do. Look at Zalia's positioning. Like, they can't fight into that.
It's weird that
Zero's
such a
forced
small
the beads, now
child.
forcing his ultimate, and yep, he gets bursted down.
Thanatos,
very
man.
quickly.
Thanatos, even if he got his ultimate off
Yeah, it wouldn't
immediately,
matter.
he would have been blown up. Going into the mid lane, it looks like they have 4 people plus Frostiak ready to blink into the back. Does he find it? No, he finds nothing, but they do get 500 gold, of course, with the falling of the tier 2, and they're going to push into the they're going to push into the tier 2.
Yeah, and it should be uncontested. Frostiak in the front side of this fight, even though he's not a tank. In terms of itemization, still has a nice amount of HP. That's a great Cataclysm actually coming up from Badger to stall this out.
Look at the target
taking way
switch.
too much damage. Maniac going down as well. Badger is forcing them out of this fight. In comes the Athena. Realizes he's in a lot of trouble. Doesn't have a role available. Just trying to stand his ground and fight.
Triple.
Hit Half Devil in the back. It's a triple for Zalia. And that one just, it looked like that was what was supposed to happen.
I mean, that was this guy is incredible. He turns around and starts wailing, like just hardcore into Badger. And so the mages move forward thinking they're going to group up, and he just hard switches directly into 2 people, slamming down AoE damage, rages out, heavy hammer slowing them, and he just picks up 2 quick kills, finds another one deep, and then boom, triple kill. They take the tier 1, they take some jungle as well, and now Zalia, I mean, look at the board, over 10,500 gold. He's 1,200 ahead of anyone on his own team, 2,000 ahead of pretty much anyone on his own team, and then you look across the way, and he actually has 3,000 more gold than Badger right now. Like, that's a death bringer.
So the Witchblades here, I'll talk about this real quick, right? The Sovereignty on Half Devil is granting them 20 physical protection,
Right.
magical and physical. Witchblade's giving you another 45, so it's 65 physical protection, which is basically more than you can get off of any single item alone.
Sure.
You're also getting the MS out of it. You're also getting the attack speed out of it. And then you're also getting the attack speed slow plus power reduction. It's basically, Zero's is running out of targets so that he can actually try to kill at this point.
Speaking of Zero's running out of things, his HP bar once again
he's
depleted
out of that.
as he gets picked up at a small camp 5 and 7. Frostiak about to lay the smackdown, but doesn't quite cancel it. He's actually going to get picked off. Nice Cataclysm. Half Devil by himself here. Can he buy himself enough time before we can see Captain
Mana's
Twig
almost
get
here.
in?
5 seconds for Fumana.
Shadow Nightmare coming in on her, nowhere to be found right now, but Zalia makes his presence known, and they do back off. That wind up trading 1-to-1 there. Getting Frostiak for zeros, I mean, that's worth it for SK.
And also, shout-outs to the 2-year-old build on the Funballer now. This is like old school.
Yeah,
Old school stuff.
Oh, my lord. Does he not know?
Heartseeker, Pen Boots, Aussie into crit. I haven't seen one of those in a long time.
To be fair, if this was 2 years old, it wouldn't have been Aussie. It would have been Draining Blade.
That's true. but here's the thing, is that he doesn't have attack speed. He has no attack speed items right now.
He's using pure penetration.
Pure pen.
At this stage in the game, all he's looking for is just Desert Fury damage. Now,
Yeah.
Funball going to take some there, but here comes Shadow Nightmare. Turnaround potential is going to be huge. Badger, goodbye.
So much damage.
And did you see his positioning? Scoops himself to the bottom side to ensure that he can even hit some in the background. Now, nice play there from Twig. Didn't quite need it. Should have trusted Reels for a little bit longer to pick that up.
Zero's going to try to make plays off the back of this. I don't think he's fast enough.
Oh, he's definitely not fast enough. Even if he catches
he's
Half
forcing
Devil,
this one. He's
Zalia.
going to try to make this happen for himself. He's just forcing it out.
This is rough. He has no
He's
escape
gonna
here.
get turned on. Yep. And
He's slow. Was that 400 damage that he's doing as basically a tank?
Bam, bam,
Oh,
bam,
my
bam,
lord.
Bam, bam, bam,
Bam?
bam.
Bam.
500 damage crits are going to take care of the chicken. Frosty's going to get stunned out, but he's going to beat his way immediately. He's just going to keep his aggressive positioning. Actually hits a beautiful slow onto Twig there. That ability not easy to hit.
That was incredible.
Boom goes the dynamite onto Twig. A tremendous individual effort there for Frosty to land that spell, and maybe more signs of tilt from Twig, as he really didn't even try to juke it that much.
That's going to be another tower down. What are they doing here? It looks like they're going for a red buff instead of going for the tier 2. A little bit suspect, but no problem whatsoever, as you're seeing Funball slam 83 damage swings directly into this tower. It looks like Zaylia is here as well, putting his own work in there, 42 per hit, which is going to allow them to put 1,500 more golds into the coffers and ensure that their lead is extended now up to 8,500 gold, 16,000 experience.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised to see Funballer pick up a Witchblade of his own, just because it seems to be the thing to do. It seems to be the right way to go for it.
Oh my god, he's godlike. Zaylia is godlike. No, literally, in-game, he's 13-0. He is godlike, effectively.
Oh yeah, he's on a godlike spree.
Oh, that's incredible. The highest spree so far has been Boosh, who was at 14. So if Zaylia gets 2 more kills without dying, he will currently have the record for the Smite Pro League. Considering, is this Smite Pro League? Are we counting this?
It's looking pretty good, man. He's got a Rageblade now, just finished off a Deathbringer at 20 minutes in. This game is looking pretty nasty, honestly, for SK Gaming. It's been looking bad for a long time, but now with these items coming out, it's getting even worse.
And you look across the way, I mean, Zeros is sitting on Armored Cloak. I mean, now he has even less damage. Minute to minute, his damage is declining. Maniac, Ethereal Staff, which is not going to play any part. I mean, sure, it's not going to give him quite as much damage. Zaylia now tied up with the Boosh, getting a quick kill there. They're going to chase into Zeros. He might be able to pick it up there. No, Frostyak does get it. It looks like they're going to turn their sights to Maniac, who's a little bit too far forward. Zaylia into the big baby form, trying to chase it down. Look at how fast he is. No problem whatsoever. Going to turn his sights to Badger, and he should not be killing him as fast as he is. Jeepers.
Yeah, that Isis ultimate, I'm sorry, the Athena ultimate doing a tremendous amount of damage here. That ability. I mean, the thing about the Athena ultimate is that it does like 900 base damage or some craziness. So it's a very, very difficult kind of ability to expect how much damage it's going to do to you in this situation. Looks like there is a little brief delay here in the spectator. But this game has looked pretty tough, honestly, for SK, and as XSEC is looking to basically close it out.
Oh, we're back into it.
We are right back into it.
Frostyak actually kills Maniac right there.
A brief moment of our beautiful faces as the chicken and the slightly less chickeny chicken woman goes down.
If they're going to push for the win here, the only way to break it, I don't know if Zaylia even knows that he needs
they have
this.
No ultimates.
But if Zaylia gets the kill.
I'm sure they're more interested in the $30,000 than they are in the kill streaks, but as the Titan starts taking the damage here, it looks like they're going to back off for the moment, let it reset, and we're going to have
all their health is drastically low.
Yeah,
oh my god, look at all those marks on the map. Misses. Zeros actually does find the double there. Beautiful shot. Actually picking up Zaylia and shutting the kill streak down.
I mean, that was just kind of bizarre, right? Like, come on, boys. Like, don't group up. When there's a
Save me, Bart.
Yeah, like why did they go stand right next to each other? Seems a little awkward there.
Maybe it was like, oh, what's this on you? We're twins. Let's hang out.
Twinsies.
Yeah.
Sweet mark of death on you. Ooh, SK is going to try to take this opportunity to pick up a Fire Giant, but
all right, this drives me crazy.
Look at Half Devil though.
Badger started this up. This is this is not a good play. For those of you who are watching at home, Badger starting this up, the amount of damage he did was negligible, and look how soon that lava proc when his team get in. He just completely threw away any chance that they had at getting this, and Badger right now has to go back. Even with a blink opportunity, he is not going to be able to go.
Well, yeah, look how awkward this is. His team is aggressing the Fire Giant. He's forced to blink initiate in to try to steal it away from his own team. Nope, he actually gets hit. Ultimate's outside of the pool.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Yeah, I don't think he realized he was taking lava damage there. As Twig goes down to Frostyak, Zeros is going to try to pile in. It's not going to be enough. Frostyak doesn't find that kill, but does find a triple for himself. Now it's Funball who's going to go in onto Badger with a sprint active. This should be an easy kill. Indeed it is. And that's going to be a 5-man wipe. A Deicide coming out for Exposed Secrets. 24 minutes into the game. And it looks like they're the team with the Thanatos here. They're going to find themselves a win pre-25 minutes.
That's right. Right there, Badger, kind of shut down the damage a little bit too soon. That lava just was the last straw, and unfortunately a rather large straw that broke the proverbial camel's back, and subsequently the Titan, as we're going to watch him fall for the second win for Exposed Secrets.
And I think there you see a little bit of frustration coming out as well as taking a look at Badger's items there. Ends that game with what looked to be, is that a Telkine's ring?
Yeah, man. What are you hating?
So yeah,
I love Telkine's.
Telkine's fourth item, Guardian, best build.
It's fine.
Extra 40 damage per hit. Could have maybe swung that one had he gotten it up a little earlier. Now, of course, we're being facetious. Yeah, like I said, I think a little bit of frustration coming out there from SK as they are not performing as well as I think they would have hoped at this stage.
I can't imagine. But to the same regard, Exposed Secrets, doing very, very well.
Yeah, Exposed Secrets. I think SK was probably the favorite to win this matchup.
I just got a message from future DM Brandon. Goes, sorry, I meant Game 3.
Oh, okay. Game 3 was the one they banned
Game
Vamana
3
finally.
is when they banned Vamana.
Or maybe not. Maybe they want to have an early day and just let. I mean, what is Zalia's? What like did he die twice in the previous game? Was it
Something
2 or 3?
like that.
I mean, he's sitting at somewhere around 22 and 4 or something like that.
It's like 1,000,004.
Yeah, 1,000,003 or so in the last
9
couple
assists.
games. Well, speaking of that, baby, we do have a sweet montage for you of the plays that Zalia's had today. During the break, guys, that is going to lead us right into game number 3. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back to see if Exposed Secrets can take this one out over SK or if the boys will fight back. Don't go anywhere. For DM Brandon, I'm hi-rez Barton. We'll see you in just a moment.